What do you want to call this guy? This clown-nosed ball robot?
Bowlbot.
Bowlbot. Yeah, I'm thinking like Bozobot or Bozot or something to that effect. I don't know. What's your opinion on clowns in general? Yep.
How about we just call that bot that stupid fucking robot?
Stupid fucking robot. Mega Man X3, which I've been playing a lot of recently. It finally came out on the European Virtual Console, and I've been super psyched about that. I've been stoked about that. But that game too is fucking hard, actually. It's one of the hardest Mega Man games I know. I mean, I've been stuck on the final boss fight for the past couple of weeks, so that's how fucking hard that game is. You still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Yeah.
I'm just so focused on trying.
You're focused. I'm the one playing this. You can maybe focus on keeping this commentary going, because I'm the one who's having a hard time thinking of stuff to say while I'm being shot at from all sides.
Oh, you make it sound like you're Rambo in war, man.
Well, I might as well be. Have you seen this shit? Have you seen the shit I'm having to deal with? You have, haven't you? Because I've played this level for so long now. For, like, at least 2 episodes now.
They don't even give you warnings, it's just poof! Like,
yeah,
it'd be nice if there was some animation.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, when we were already in the circus level and we had the guns. Or the little clown hands with guns. God damn it! With the bullshit already. I can't clear this fucking jump, and I'm gonna fucking die here. Come on. Ugh! And at the beginning, really? Well, this is utter bullshit. Ugh! Okay. There we go. Oh my god, you didn't! That's just bullshit when you can just catch up to the projectiles. God damn it. I hate that. I hate that. There should never be a game where you can just catch up to a projectile and get hit. Nuisance before. Shit. I'm just dying. I'm just fucking dying over here.
This is just... Folks at home, if you're playing the Superfrog drinking game, do not take a shot every time we hit a spike. Do not. You'll just die of alcohol poisoning.
Actually reach that point. You know, it comes with every game that you're fairly certain of.
Whoa!
Sorry about that. I knocked off the microphone because I realized that the mouse was on the freaking window. That's gonna look wonderful. So, okay, we cleared the balls again.
It's good to have clear ball. Get the flippy flappy. Okay, maybe don't get the flippy flappy.
I'm not sure if I want it, but okay. Okay, this time I got the invisibility too. And I lost it. Fucking, because going down that freaking crevice with the spikes, it's just a death trap. Honestly, if we do not beat this level on this try, this is going to be a lost episode. I'm not gonna bother putting this out there. Oh god, I'm gonna wait for these guns to fire. Yeah, that was what I was saying already in the circus level. What I thought was bullshit was... That's also bullshit. Oh! Well...
We're so close!
Yeah, we were. We were really close. But that's the thing, like, I can't see what's down there, and now there wasn't a sign. Like, strangely, this World 6 has been, like, very forgiving. You know, apart from, like, the glitches and things. You know, it's been very forgiving with the signs and everything. It kind of helps you along a little bit. But now, as it's getting to the end of this level, it's starting to pull all those bullshit moves that we've experienced in the previous levels. So it's kind of strangely lulled us into a false sense of security before throwing all the bullshit in our face.
Another way to explain this world is the opening of this world offers you a sandwich, like gives you a sandwich, and by the end of it, it just punches you in the face, saying you got a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah. Oh. Wow, that was an obscure reference. That was a Sandwich Man reference. That's a little video I made. That's on my second channel. It's funny enough. That was actually for university. That was. I feel so funny saying that because that was something I actually had to do for a course. But yeah, we were doing. It was a sort of a digital humanities thing, and It was basically to show... God damn it. It was basically to show our, you know... It was basically to show our, you know, our course teachers that we knew how to use Movie Maker and Audacity. That was all it was. So I decided that, well, if I have to shoot something, I might as well do it like, you know, at least make it funny. Make it like the most dumbest fucking thing that I can think of. And as always, like, anything that I film, that's not on like a laptop camera or anything like that. Like, it was Minna actually helped me with that. She was the camera operator on that one. Way to go, Twinkle Toes! Oh my god! Is this where this is where our quest is coming to an end? Is this fucking spike hell?
This is one of the games where the hero doesn't get the kill in the end.
I feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot because the game is helping me out. This is the easy part. The game is telling me where all the dangerous shit is, and I'm just running into it. Oh, I want all this. All this is mine. It's mine now. Okay,
my precious.
My
precious.
Oh, precious. Beautiful little hobbitses. Got him. Got him. That used to be I don't know if you can call it a party trick. But I used to love doing that to people to freak them out, do the Gollum voice. I don't know, shit. Just a random spring, no! I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. The minute I saw that friggin' projectile, like, everything went into slow motion for me when that projectile entered the screen. I knew that was gonna happen. Friends. As far as I can see.
What the hell? Did that just respawn?
Yeah, they did. Of course they respawn. They've been doing it every time. Haven't you noticed?
Oh. I've only noticed with the guy that runs in the air. The air runner.
No, it's weird. They do respawn, but it's kind of irregular how they respawn. Oh, yep. Speaking of number 5, did you know they accidentally announced, because they weren't supposed to do it, but I think Capcom accidentally let the cat out of the bag that they were working on Street Fighter 5.
I was waiting for one of us to bring that up. I didn't know how to bring that up, but yeah, it's up.
Might as well. So first of all, what did you think of Street Fighter 4? Oh my god. I'll get those coins next time. Yep.
It's not bad. It's definitely.
I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like it. Yeah, but you.
The thing that I found stupid about it is right when Street Fighter 5 was sort of announced.
Yep.
Like not long ago, they released a new version of Street Fighter 4, which to me felt very unneeded.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be the final like upgrade. What, it was the Ultra version or something. So yeah.
It's Ultra Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. An update to both Ultra Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition.
Yeah. What do you think about it? They only introduced like 4 new characters. There was the Spanish cook. There was Uriel, who was the French, not Uriel, but the French guy. I forget his name. And Viper, and then the fat guy. But then they introduced a new character with the Super Edition, which was Yuri, who was she's the Korean chick who says, always says very sexual and suggestive things while you fight. Honestly, that was the one good...
And you've also got the Turkish oil wrestler.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Who was that?
You haven't seen that one?
No, I haven't.
I forget his name, but he's actually really fun to use. Like, one of his attacks is he drenches himself in oil, so he can slip out of attacks and slip around easy.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Well, you can't really blame me for not knowing about that. I only knew about Yuri because she was in Street Fighter X Tekken, and at first I thought she was a Tekken character until I realized that she's on the Street Fighter side of the roster, and then like, wait, I don't know this character.
I've played Street Fighter X. I've played Street Fighter X Tekken. That's got to be by far the worst of the Capcom crossovers.
I didn't think it was that bad. Like, honestly, I am not. I have. Well, the thing I didn't really like about Street Fighter 4 was the fact that I honestly don't think Capcom makes very good 2.5D fighting games. That one was decent enough. Like, it didn't, like, the controls didn't trip me up as badly as some of the other ones. But, for instance, like, I never liked Capcom versus Tatsunoko because the controls just felt really floaty and erratic for me. So, I don't know. I just don't like it. I think
Oh,
Capcom
I've
does.
got a bone to pick with Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah.
I've got a bone with that game.
What?
I remember when they announced that game back. What? Pardon?
Yep.
Did I cut out?
No, you didn't cut out. Yep.
Oh. When they announced that game, they announced the character list, and there was one specific character that I remember watching growing up. Like there was this genie character.
Yep.
And I was like looking forward, like finally I get to play as him. And he was the character cut up for the English release, like the only character they cut up for the English release. The character I was looking forward to the most.
So they didn't even like have him as a DLC.
No.
No, that seems like an obvious. That would have seemed like an obvious cash-in thing to do.
I think their excuse was, well, English people wouldn't, English viewers wouldn't recognize this character.
And what was he from?
It was from, I don't remember the name of the show because I was very young. It was just like this genie that lives with his family, like this genie family. I think it was just called the genie family that just lives with, this kid.
Yeah.
Because he found the lamp, but they're just more like family than they were genies.
They were more family than genie and genie family.
Yeah. And I remember one of the episodes I remember is like the kid was dressing up as professor. Because the genie guy also had a daughter.
Yeah.
And he was messing around with her, like dressing up as professor. Like, if you can accomplish these tasks, you're the greatest genie in the world or something.
Yeah.
And one of the tasks he gave her was to bring an ice cube from the North Pole. And every time she brought an ice cube back from the North Pole, it always melted. And the thing that she did to make sure, she had an ice cube was she was flying around and she had like this big giant iceberg, and by the time she got home it was just melted to a shape of an ice cube.
Okay. Yeah. I suppose, well, you don't even remember the name of the show, so I suppose that was their rationale, that it would be too obscure that most people wouldn't get it. But then again, honestly, is there a Tetsunoko show that everybody knows? Honestly, I don't think so. The only one that even comes to mind for me would be Battle of the Planets, or G-Force as it's sometimes known. You know that superhero team where everybody's themed after a bird.
Cuckoo! Right.
Oh, fucking hell! Like there was there's two hawk guys, and then there's a fat guy who's a duck.
Yep.
And there's a little kid who's a marlin, and then there's the girl who's a swan, obviously. I remember watching that show in the mid-90s on the Sci-Fi Channel. There it was called G-Force, but it's also released as Battle of the Planets, so... That's another thing, like, who even knows Tatsunoko cartoons? That's the thing, is that I'm sure that I'm sure they are a Japanese animation company with a long, rich history of anime, but it's like one of the more obscure ends of the spectrum, honestly. Like, if they had done, like, Capcom versus Toei, I might give a crap, because that would have possibly opened up an opportunity for, like, having Street Fighter characters and Dragon Ball characters in the same thing. Not Dragon Ball Z, though.
No,
yep.
Close enough. The one I wanted was Capcom versus Shonen Jump, which is the magazine.
But Shonen Jump, that's the manga, the comic. And, I think if they want maximum exposure, you gotta go for the anime crowd. So, reasons. Raisins.
What if it was Disney versus Capcom?
Disney versus Capcom? That would be awesome. I mean, I've seen... Oh, shit. Have you seen that Disney princesses as pixel art characters? They made them like in Street Fighter style, actually. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. That's one of my inspirations for that.
Yeah, that would be kind of awesome. Oh. I gotta clap my hands. I gotta let out some of the frustration.
But one of the characters I would have actually loved to play in that is having Winnie the Pooh fight Ken.
Why? Just because they have the same color scheme?
I did not know. Well, they do. I just caught on to that.
But why, though?
I just figured that'd just be funny.
I couldn't imagine. Honestly, I couldn't imagine Winnie the Pooh in any kind of fighting situation.
No, Ken attacks with like a
Ken would beat the stuffing out of Pooh. Honestly, he would beat the crap out of Pooh.
No, and Pooh would just be like doing like a Hadoukens, but with his honeypots.
I could actually like imagine the gummy bears in a kind of a fighting game because they could like bounce all around. That would be their special attack, basically.
Ooh, Darkwing Duck.
Psst, Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. You know what? This is something I actually do know. The guy who created the Dead or Alive series for Koei Tecmo is, I know for a fact, he's actually a huge Mortal Kombat fan. And he's actually for years he wanted to make a crossover between Dead or Alive and Mortal Kombat. But I'm thinking that would actually be that would actually be a little bit upsetting, more upsetting than anything else, because I would be so like, you know, I would have such mixed feelings going through that game.
Blood, guts, and bikinis.
Yeah. I mean, you know, to be fair, oh my god.
They're giving away like candy in this
yeah.
And this episode, but I mean level.
Yeah, but I guess it's everything. It's everything. It's like my gaming instinct, my platforming instincts. And though we've been complaining a lot, again, I want to stress to everybody that I actually do enjoy this game. I do actually enjoy it. I think this is a really good game. It's almost, I would say this would almost count as a forgotten classic of the whole platformer genre. Oh man, that's another game I gotta get back to. Like, I actually, like, recently, only this year, for the very first time, I played Rayman. So, I had never ever played Rayman before, but finally I got Rayman, wow, fucking bullshit. I finally got Rayman, I guess Rayman Plus, so the version of the first game that has a level editor. I got that from GOG. I finally played it, but because I didn't realize that you have to go separately save the game, so I got pretty far into the first world of the game, and then didn't save, and realized that I had to start it from the beginning. Which is always a great way to demoralize me, but I think I'm gonna get back to it eventually. I'm gonna finish the game, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Because it's a really charming game, of course. You know,
I've only played the sequels, never the original.
You haven't played the original? Oh man. That's the thing, though, that I was completely, like, unaware of the ways of the Rayman, but, you know, especially with its tail time, like, how everybody loves the game over there. And, like, I kind of felt a little left out, honestly, because I never played it. And I didn't have much to say about it. Like, I've always known about Rayman, and I think he's a cool character. But, you know, it's just the fact that I've never, ever actually played a Rayman game. It's kind of kept me out of the loop a little bit. Especially when Rayman kind of made, you know, Rayman's managed to, talking about obscure platforming icons, like, Rayman managed to make a successful comeback with Rayman Legends and what's the new one that's called? Origins. Or is Origins the comeback one and Legends the follow-up? I don't know.
I don't know.
You haven't played that?
No, I've played them, it's just I don't remember what order they came in.
Yeah, because the names, they're so generic, though. Origins and Legends. But, you know, they look nice. They look nice, and I guess I gotta try them out at some point. I will. I think inevitably I will. Yeah, what?
The first Rayman game played actually was the second one. And that's a game that gets re-released every single gaming generation.
Which one?
If you've noticed.
Which one?
The set Rayman 2.
2. Was that the first 3D one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to me that the sequel would be immediately 3D, but yeah, I guess because, you know, Rayman came in like really late in the 16-bit generation, like it was, you know, it was on like the PlayStation and everything.
It was more 32-bit generation with the 2D.
Yeah, but late 16-bit, early 32-bit, so that's where it came out. So just as kind of the traditional 2D platformers were kind of going away, which part of the reason I think why it kind of you know, faded into obscurity a little bit.
As I was saying, Rayman came around the same time as Gex did for the PlayStation, wasn't it?
On the PlayStation, it was on the 3DO, the PlayStation. It was on every system basically at the time, and I've never played that either. I knew about Gex. I when I was a kid, I had seen like I think I saw a review for it like a really long time ago on TV, so I knew about it. But again, it's because, you know, the transition to 3D for a lot of... God damn it, there should be like an animation or something to tell me that that guy's gonna shoot. Really. But Anyway, but yeah, Rayman's something that I've always wanted to get into, and so now I finally played it. So, and it looks really awesome. Like art style wise, it's probably one of the best looking 2D platformers I've ever played. But that's again, because it was so late in the game, if you will. late into that generation of gaming, so it's not that surprising. But yeah, it's nice that the series has managed to make a comeback and everything, and it's always nice. I always enjoy it when an old series manages to make a successful comeback, versus when some series try to make a comeback and doesn't work out, like the new Splatterhouse, I think, didn't do so well, for instance. And that's a cult classic game again. From the
what's another series that tried to come back that wasn't very successful? There's a few of them.
There is, the road to video game obscurity is paved with unsuccessful remakes.
Oh yeah, Carmageddon just got remade.
Okay. I have very vague memories of Carmageddon. I remember the second game actually more than the first one. I mean, I remember it, of course, because it was one of those really controversial games. Fuck, how could all those platforms, I missed every single one. How many? Good. Okay, there's a platform I know. Oh my god, that's bullshit. But I really would just want to get to the exit now, because I have all the coins. I think that would be like the hardest part of the level, is just getting the coins. Shit fucking hell. Once he built missiles in nation's defense. Now he can't even get birthday presents. Across the city lives in his wake. A sense of the future, a cannibal state. Man, that's a dark album, that friggin'... Like, that's the most upbeat song in the whole album, is Man on the Edge, and even that's fucking, like, really down. See who's ruling all our lives. See who's pulling strings. See who's ruling all our lives. See who pulls the strings. I bet you won't fall on your face. Your belly will hold you in place. Well, that's a great song too. Be quick or be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's a very successful. Yep.
Those were good lists, those Iron Maiden ones on your blog.
Oh, thank you. I honestly, I'm thinking that we should probably, the next podcast that we do, it should be the Iron Maiden cast, finally. We just have to get it out of the way, because I was in a bit of a, I don't know what happened. I just got on a big Iron Maiden high, because I guess I was a little tired of Iron Maiden for a little while after I did my thesis. Because I was so into Iron Maiden at that time, because I was having to, analyze the lyrics and everything and do all this research. And I found out some interesting things about, like, the fact that people have done, like, serious academic research into, like, metal lyrics, and I was really impressed with what I read. It wasn't, like, even super prejudiced or anything. Like, it was actually really smart. And I was really happy about that, because, I think metal music still has a bit of a stigma of being considered like very trashy music, but yeah, like recently I kind of found the spark again. I've gotten like really excited about Iron Maiden again, and listening to old songs I haven't listened to in a really long while, like especially from like the early '80s period. I don't want to turn this into an Iron Maiden discussion though, because I want to save that for the podcast. What's your favorite Iron Maiden album though? I think I want to ask that though.
Mine is Power Slave.
It is Power Slave. Okay. I have a bit of a mixed relationship with Power Slave, but I do agree it's one of their most iconic albums, and I absolutely like. If you want to get into Iron Maiden, you do have to listen to Power Slave. I do think that's absolutely necessary. The same way I think you can't really be a Disney fan if you have not seen Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Like, you don't have to like it. Like, even I don't like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that much, but I do think you have to see it just to kind of get an idea of where the whole Disney animated feature came from. Because there's a lot in that movie that's strangely, like, it's held up surprisingly well. Like, I don't think it's, like, not as well as some other old Disney movies, but yeah, just to get the idea of where kind of Walt Disney's vision for making animated feature films stemmed from. From that point of view, I think it's kind of just kind of a required viewing, really.
My answer to get into Iron Maiden is quite different. Like, we're just giving away podcast stuff. Like, we're completely ruining the podcast idea right here.
No, we can rehash these. Rehash these. But
yeah,
I just
we
want to
can.
know,
But
Power Slave, yeah, that's a good album. That's definitely a good album. A
what
couple
I
of
should
songs
say,
that
how
I'm
you
not wild
should get
about,
into
but yeah, that's a good album. Yep, sorry.
the way you should get into Iron Maiden is actually just listen to each album from start to finish, starting from their first one.
I can't, yeah, well, that might be a lot of work, because there are like 15 albums, but I do actually agree, because the way I got into Iron Maiden is actually, well, this is a podcast giveaway, but it was through a collection album, and then I also, at the same time, I bought the first album, their very first one. So yeah, I kind of did, I started both chronologically and unchronologically listening to them, so I got sort of into the best ofs, and then, because I think also that a collection album is still a good way to get into any band. You kind of get the taste of what their music is from different periods, and you can then make the decision from there if you want to pursue like getting the full albums. Because sometimes, you know, just because something has a good hit song, it doesn't necessarily mean that the album itself is good. But I don't know, you know.
That's true. That's true.
People are, you know, I don't want to be. Music is so subjective that I don't want to like tell people, oh, this is definitely how you should do it. And like I say, Power Slave is required viewing, but if you require listening. But if you got into Iron Maiden through some other way, like you're not less of a fan because of that or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm absolutely not saying that.
No.
Shit, fucking hell. Sorry about the salty language, ladies and gentlemen. That's weird, salty language. I've never liked that salty language. What's another shit? What's another good euphemism for like profanity?
It's always, for me, cussing is always more of a savory sort of language.
Savory language. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, like salty language. It's like, oh god.
Salty sounds more like something like in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's exactly like what it sounds like to me. But that's what it means. Salty language is. I guess you could, you know, when you talk dirty, that's also kind of salty. But I don't know. Oh yeah, have I told you what my favorite Iron Maiden album is? By the way.
No, you have not.
It's Somewhere in Time. It was surprising because I didn't know much about that album when I got it, because all I knew was that the song Wasted Years was from it, because it was on that Best Of collection album that I got, which was called Edward the Great. And I don't remember if I gotten the live album, Live at Donington, or what is it called?
Live at Donington Castle?
The one where Eddie's like this weird bat creature on the cover. That live.
Yeah, that's live at Donington.
Live at Donington. Okay, yeah. So I might have heard Heaven Can Wait, because there's a live version of Heaven Can Wait on there.
Heaven Can Wait.
And actually, that was a concert. That was actually a concert. You know, it was from the early '90s, so Adrian Smith had already left Iron Maiden. But that was one. That was like one show where he made like a special guest appearance at like the end of the concert. So all of a sudden, like at the end, they were like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Smith," and he comes in, and I think that was Iron Maiden playing for the first time with like 3 guitarists, because it was Murray, Gers, and Smith, and so I listened to maybe Heaven Can Wait and Wasted Years, but other than that, I didn't know anything about the album Somewhere in Time. I only knew that the cover looked pretty cool. But then when I listened to it, and I listened to it all the way through, and I thought like, man, there's not a single bad song on this album. Like, I just loved it, and then it became my favorite Iron Maiden album. Funny enough, because my favorite Iron Maiden song has always been, and really was kind of also partially the song that made me into an Iron Man. Iron Man. Into an Iron Maiden fan is the song The Trooper. The Trooper has always been my absolute favorite song. Yeah.
That's the song that got me into Iron Maiden, by the way.
Yeah, and it was the MIDI version that got me into it. But it was like, that's how good that song is. Like, even in a MIDI format, it was so awesome that it made me want to like buy Iron Maiden albums.
Yeah. For me, it was the Guitar Hero 2 cover song that got me into it.
We talked about this. We talked about this on the middle podcasts. Yeah. So neither one of us heard the original. Hey, there's a secret passage.
Is that a shortcut? It's a shortcut. It's a secret.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was. Okay, I'll take the Lucasade, because now we need it. I'll wait for those
So we
guns.
could have gone through there the whole time.
Yeah, but, you know, there's been so few secret passages in these final levels, so that's why I haven't noticed it. But, anyway. But yeah, like, so, The Trooper is my favorite Iron Maiden song, but Peace of Mind, the album that it's on, is not really my favorite album. Like, it's not bad, honestly, but it does have, like, really good songs on it, but it's also got songs that are good, but not great, because it was when Adrian Smith was, like, first starting to write songs for Iron Maiden, and you can tell, like, he was still kind of getting used to it, so he didn't do, like, his best stuff on that, but it still got some, like, good songs on it, but, like, compared to Power Slave, Power Slave is considerably more, like, polished if you compare it to Peace of Mind, so, yeah.
Yeah, but Peace of Mind, I can only remember a few songs from it, like Flight of Icarus, The Trooper, and Die With Your Boots On. And maybe
there's one of the Adrian Smith ones, the early ones, is Sun and Steel, which is like it's a fun song, I like listening to it, it's very uplifting. It was actually inspired by samurai movies, so Adrian Smith wrote a song about samurais, which is kind of nice. But yeah, but it's not like you know, it's not like Somewhere in Time Good, where I think Adrian Smith like did really he's like super like absolutely his best work in Iron Maiden, because you know, every song like Caught Somewhere in Time, Stranger in a Strange Land, Wasted Years specifically is one of my favorite songs.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! There's still more to go. Oh no!
Yeah, I can see what was down there. But we got 3 lives left, and we're all the way over here, so this is actually going pretty well.
But actually, I've got a different story about Somewhere in Time.
God damn it! Yep.
I actually did not like the song Wasted Years. I thought it was way too popish for me to enjoy.
Oh, really?
Growing up. Yeah, then I actually heard the album itself, and I was like, holy crap, this album's really awesome!
Yeah, well, Wasted Years it's kind of weird. It is the lead single of that album, and it's a slower song from Maiden, definitely. But you know, but it's also like a really melancholy song, because you know, it's about, you know, leaving home and, you know, looking back on like years that have gone by. So to me, it like struck a chord really, and you know, shit. So it's always been special to me in that way. And I love the sound of that song though. It has that weird, because they use like guitar synths on that album, so it has this weird like vortex like feel to it, like it's kind of sucking you in. So that's one thing, I really like the sound of it. But yeah, I do think like Stranger in a Strange Land is maybe perhaps a slightly more accomplished piece of, oh god, I'm dead. So like, yeah, Stranger in a Strange Land is like a more accomplished piece. But let's save the rest of the Iron Maiden talk and focus on beating this final level of Superfrog, hopefully. Okay, I gotta get over there. Okay, and I gotta get over there. There's nothing here.
Oh!
What a load of crap. Okay, so I gotta go up here. I was afraid to go up here because I thought this might be a dead end or something, but okay, that's bad. It says it's bad. Gotta get up here. Okay, I got the flutter. That's good.
Ooh, okay, this is a good sign.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see where this leads us. There's a Lucasade. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I got the Lucasade. Now, hopefully not hit that spike. Come on. I hate it too that one of the lasers goes right over the platform, so there's a chance that you might hit it when you're coming down. Okay, let's go. Yes! Yes! Okay, it says bad, but I don't know what that means. I mean, there's nowhere else to go. I can't get up here.
Maybe the bad's a trick. Maybe you're supposed to go next to the bad sign, like not directly over it, but next to it. If you know what I mean.
Oh, well.
Oh, it is a trick.
So now they're just lying. Well, that does it for now because I'm not doing that again.
Ribbit.
You know, there's that old. It's one of my favorite quotations from actually the first Star Wars. Or yeah. Oh. Wow! All those times I managed to dodge those spikes. This is honestly the. This is the first time ever I actually died on those spikes.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, that's probably not the first time I died on that spike.
No, we've died there a few times.
So recently, well, a little while ago, we did a White Devil podcast about adventure games. And on that White Devil podcast, we made a note, a staggering revelation that, well, it was more of a revelation for me, that a lot of the classic, like, LucasArts adventure games that you can't get anywhere were actually on Steam. And I complained about that, like, oh man, you Steam folk, you're so lucky. Soon after that podcast is when GOG actually released Fate of Atlantis and Sam & Max Hit the Road on their website. And now I actually have both of them, and I've played both of them as well. So this is nice because, and I was, oh my, I didn't think I was gonna make it past that pit. Yeah, I finally started playing Fate of Atlantis and Sam & Max Hit the Road. So that's nice. That's like 2 more games that I've now knocked out of the park from the the LucasArts library, the LucasArts Adventure games library, because there were only like 12 Scum games, and and then like only like 15 LucasArts Adventure games ever, because there was one that they made before the Scum games, and then there was 2 that they made after, which are Grim Fandango and Escape from Monkey Island, and Grim Fandango, the HD remake's coming soon on download services. And then the later versions, they actually started bringing in Street Fighter 3 characters, which I actually thought was kind of nice. Like, they did bring in, like, Elena from, in one of the later versions, and Elena's actually, like... Elena might actually be my favorite Street Fighter character now, but it's kind of hard to beat Dhalsim. Like, people may be shocked to find out that my favorite character, Street Fighter character, is actually Dhalsim, because he's such a weirdo.
The thing that I did like about MK Legacy
Yep.
is there's actually a box set in Region 1 only, sadly, that contains all the Mortal Kombat movies and Legacy with it.
Oh, so they've now... Wow, so they've now combined those. Interesting. Because, that's the thing, like, MK Legacy was, it was fan-made, basically. But, well, I suppose they had to get the rights... Oh, shit. Like from Threshold, or New Line Cinema, before they got to do that, but... Oh, well. That's interesting.
Yes. Yeah. Many fan-made things become official, dude. Just look at Tim Ripper Owens. He was started off as a tribute band for Judas Priest and ended up becoming part of the real thing.
There we go. Oh, there's this really cool guy called Tom Swinyen, or Swinson, I'm not sure what it is, but he has this thing he's called Nylon Maiden. And what he does is acoustic covers of Iron Maiden songs, but he does them like the actual like original instrumentations and everything. So he doesn't like change the song at all. And when he did his like second Nylon Maiden album, do you know who he got to do the vocals for it?
No.
Blaze Bayley.
Ooh,
He and Blaze Bayley got together, and Bayley, he really liked the guy, apparently, because Bayley released a new album recently, and he had the guy... Oh my god. Well, shit. I have one chance to save. I know there's a... This is where the row of spikes is down there, and I know there's a spring at the end of it, but it's so precise, I might not be able to hit it. Okay. Let's see. No. Oh my god, yeah. We didn't get stuck on that elevator once.
No, we did.
Whoa, the enemy!
Oh, we definitely
the enemy,
did.
anti-spawned or something. I see that. This little robot wasn't here when I ran past here.
Yeah, I saw that. We sort of beat it to the punch. It was like it's like it felt like it was like behind the set, like just smoking a cigarette and drinking a coffee, and it's like, oh shit, my cue.
Oh shit. Superfrog just ran past, man. Oh man. You know what? I've been playing Fate of Atlantis a lot, and what I'm going to say is already going to sound pretty controversial. I don't think that game is as good as everybody kept telling me all those years. It may have been, I'm sorry, it may have been a smidged overhyped.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun. Yeah, because you know how people had a very mixed reaction to, like, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And literally, like, one of the things that people, especially, like, because I was from the LucasArts adventure game fan community, like, there were some people, honestly, going like, oh, man, they should have just made Fate of the Atlantis the fourth Indiana Jones movie. And now that I've been playing it, like, I thought, no, really, they shouldn't have, because this is pretty, you know, it's not terrible, but it's like Indiana Jones, the animated series level of kind of ridiculous. It's like very, very cartoony. It doesn't really feel like Indiana Jones to me. Even though the actor who plays Indy in that one he's really good. Like, I've always had, I have an aversion for bad Harrison Ford impressions, but that guy actually does a really good Indiana Jones. But like, when I say I have an aversion for bad Indiana Jones, I mean bad Harrison Ford impressions is I have some horrific like traumas from Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike, where they had that guy playing Han Solo who sounded like he had a potato stuck in his throat. It's over, Starkly. You lost. He sounded more like Yoda, actually.
I thought it was going, it's over! I love you. I know.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like it's not that Rogue Squadron is a very like plot-driven game, but like god damn, they could have at least hired a professional like ADR director for that thing. Like it probably
actually.
Yeah.
Yep. No, actually, your impression actually reminded me of this. Here I come to save the day.
You know that Mighty Mouse is on his way. Oh man, that's become one of my weird earworms as of late. Because it's the, well, not Mighty Mouse specifically, but the New Adventures of Mighty Mouse cartoon show.
I've heard about that from one of those Watch Mojo top 10s.
Yeah, Ralph Bakshi worked on that. And it caused a bit of a stir because there was a scene that people thought that was showing like cocaine use. God damn it! But yeah, it has a really cool intro and it's all a cappella and it's really well made. I mean, Mighty Mouse, of course, is a much older character, but that show was like in the late '80s.
Yeah, I also remember another bizarre remake they did of Felix the Cat, The Twisted World of Felix.
Yeah, was that the '90s one?
Yeah.
I watched that. I didn't like it that much. Well, to be fair, I don't like Felix the Cat that much. So, that might be also... Yeah, I don't know. There's something about Felix the Cat that just makes him very unlikable.
I was actually in a DVD shop the other day and I actually nearly bought, the best of Betty Boop on Blu-ray.
Betty Boop? Betty Boop's okay. I mean, I don't know... Am I getting this wrong? But wasn't Betty Boop kind of like a weird sex fetish thing a little bit? It was like a semi-naughty cartoon, but not really. Oh my god, no, I fucked it up. Ah!
Yeah.
There's no chance for me, there's no chance for me, no. God damn it, I probably could have landed on the spring, but I turned at the very last second. Wait, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm over here. Oh, this is good. This is good. Now I just gotta not fuck up. Gotta take it really careful with these platforms.
Yeah, Betty Boop was kind of a sexual fetish, then anime came along. Controversial!
But no, I'm serious, like, that was kind of Betty Boop's thing, wasn't it? That she was a little hottie a little bit, at least.
You don't need the coins, dude! You don't need the coins!
I'm not trying to get the coins, I'm trying to kill the enemy because... Oh, man. Because the wing power is there, but I don't... But there's another one up there, and I don't want to get both, because if I still have a life, I think, after this. Yes, I did it. I did it! Okay, this is the real bullshit now. Let's see if I can make it. No, I didn't have enough speed. How many lives? 3 lives.
Speaking of speed and cocaine, if you licked the back of Superfrog, I wonder what sort of weird side effects you'd get.
Dude, don't do that. Don't do that while I'm jumping. I can't lose my composure now. I just can't. Oh god. Ah! Here we go. Shoot your load, you motherfucker. There we go. Ah! No, I don't have enough speed.
Actually, speaking of that, this probably could have been a very decent Mega Drive or Super Nintendo game.
Yeah. I guess it was just because Team 17 was, like, exclusively or almost exclusively like a computer game company at this time. And they were almost exclusively like an Amiga company also. The only reason they, I think, ended up porting this to the PCs was because this came out, you know, just right around the time of the Commodore, like, bankruptcy. So, yeah, so, 94.
Poor Lionel Richie.
What? Yeah.
Poor Lionel.
You mean Lionel Richie?
Yep, from the Commodores.
Yeah. I know Lionel Richie, but I actually don't know the Commodores at all. That's funny. That's kind of funny. You know, like everybody else, they had to basically... Because there were a lot of, like, companies that, like, made games almost exclusively for the Amiga. Like, that's what I've... It was one of the last gaming, just pure-on game... Mostly like gaming exclusive computer systems. Like, not entirely, of course. You could do other things with an Amiga, but... You know, the reason people bought it was so they could play games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going back to Street Fighter, one thing I forgot to mention.
Yep.
Was my oh crap.
Yep.
The receipt that had the DVD tile printed on it, it had me scared a little bit because the way it printed it up, like it shortened the name.
Yep.
It shortened it to Street Fighter, the Ass's Fist.
Yeah. So wait, the title was Assassin's Fist, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh my
Holy crap!
Yeah, that fucking...
Unless there is any game masters in the audience that are willing to help us out. We need you, Captain N.
Yeah, that would look terrible, you know, if there was like a Captain N, but like a Captain Amiga. It would have like a joystick sticking out on his from his belt.
And plus, you'd have like the sombrero and the that thing they put on.
Actually, I think Captain Amiga would have to be a girl because that's what Amiga means. It means a female friend. Because Jack Tramiel, who founded Commodore, he got kicked out from Commodore because people thought that he was like because people thought he was like the devil basically. So he went and bought because Atari had gone bankrupt like in '84. But like that's the funny thing. Like Atari didn't like die out all in one. But like the different branches of the Atari company like continued to exist, so it was like the gaming.
What the hell?
Yeah, the gaming. Yeah, the console division like it came back. You know, Time Warner had bought it out, but like it came back with the 7600, and then of course the Lynx and the Jaguar. Their game development wing became Tengen, and those were the people that made all those pirated NES games with the black cartridges.
Yar.
Yeah, yar. And then the computer division, like Jack Tramiel, bought them. So they got basically bought out by the person who was like their worst competitor in the early '80s, and because he wanted to get back at Commodore for kicking him out, and so he made the Atari ST. Okay, we're up here when we had 2 lives left. Well, we have three. We technically have 3 tries, yeah. And there's 3 flies. Oh, 3 flies, sorry. 3 flying power-ups. Flutter power-ups, so, you know, I think we have a shot. We have a shot.
I think someone's starting to feel a bit froggy with their fly talk.
Okay. Let's see if I can make this work. Okay.
It's like you hit the roof as soon as you jump.
Yeah, and I think I'm not hitting the. Also, probably I'm not hitting the button like soon enough.
That looked really cool.
No. Oh. Well, I got one more shot. I got one more shot, but now I gotta backtrack to get the last wing power up, and this part sucks because I can't really see what's down there. Oh yeah. Oh man, almost landed on the spike. Almost. Like it's completely dependent on like how hard I gotta tap that. I gotta tap this button like crazy to stay up, like in the air. Oh no. Oh my god, nearly fucked that up. So I just gotta mash it. Okay, I have to do something. I have to move the microphone a little bit so I can make it over there. Because right now my keyboard's kind of dangling. Sort of dangling, but okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, no. Ah! Shit! Shit fucking hell.
Not even close there.
So welcome back to Superfrog, ladies and gentlemen. Whoops! Nice. Right away. Maybe I was trying to talk about a little bit Fate of Atlantis.
Yeah,
like,
saying it's not as good as what everyone's saying.
I've been a little underwhelmed with the game, honestly. But there are certain like kind of nifty things about it. Like one big thing with that game is that they came up with all kinds of like alternate solutions for puzzles. So puzzles in that game don't always have the same solution as they had the first time, and there's also like other ways. There's sometimes like some puzzles that you have multiple ways of solving. So I did have, one clever thing was that there's a doorman at the very beginning of the game that you have to get past, and there's apparently like you can either like end up in a fist fight with him, or you can like try to talk your way in, and I actually managed to talk my way in, so I felt pretty proud about that. Of course, I did not know if that was a possible solution, but yeah, I was still pretty happy about it because the dialogue is pretty hilarious. And it's also weird for me to see because when it comes to LucasArts adventure games, I've played like, I think I played like maybe I played on an emulator like Maniac Mansion a long time ago, so that's about my extent of like 80s LucasArts. And then like Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2, which were like non-talky, old school computer games, old school adventure games. And then it's kind of jumped to Curse of Monkey Island, Full Throttle, and Grid Fandango, which were all pretty like stunning looking mid to late 90s adventure games. But like that middle period is kind of weird. It's kind of one that I haven't experienced that much. So it was weird for me to play a game where the graphics are pretty much the same quality as like Monkey Island 2, but it has voice acting. So it was weird. Like I haven't honestly played many games with that combination. Like the closest thing that comes to mind is Simon the Sorcerer 2, which was like of that same era of gaming, but it was like a small British studio that made it. Oh my god! Oh shit! I made it. I was doing so well.
We celebrated too soon.
Oh god! There we go.
You know what we should do one of these days?
Yep.
We should do a series of let's plays, like short ones of games that are harder to beat than Superfrog, to make you feel better about this.
So it doesn't matter if I get both of them this time. Oh shit! Fucking cannon! I hate those fuckers.
You got the F-bombs, now you got the shit cannons. Oh, that's not the one you want to get.
Yeah, but I only got one life left, so it doesn't matter. Oh no! Ah! It's really
we're
hard
feeling a bit. Yeah, we're feeling a bit froggish about this jump. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's because I just get so much. I get so much air when I jump. It's ridiculous. Okay, I guess I gotta like tap them together. That's the only thing I can do. No, that didn't work. So here we are, the final obstacle of the level, and we can't fucking beat it. Oh god.
It's like putting that prize. It's like putting. What is it? It's like putting someone who's just ahead, run like just a few centimeters in front of the finish line, saying, "Go on, hop for it."
Okay, here goes. Here goes. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, that was awful.
Well, I wasn't gonna make it anyway, but still.
No.
Still, that was bullshit. No, I don't think we can beat this. Oh my god.
We surrender! No!
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it for this. So, I'm sorry folks, but we're not gonna beat this fucking game right now. Maybe some other time, but I don't know. Probably not. But thank you for watching either way, and I hope you enjoyed the Let's Play.
Yep. Hopefully we have better experiences.
Maybe we should just do Superfrog HD next time, Kaiser. How does that sound? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So we'll see you on this Superfrog HD Let's Play, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these fucking episodes. Maybe just make a big fucking supercut of them all. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm TheHande back in. See you on the next one. Anything you want to say, Kaiser?